This was the cabin that I slept in at Uncle Johnny's hostel. Just a little room with a little bunk bed. I was able to have a nice slow morning and pack up all my stuff because I was going to take the 9 a.m. shuttle into town. The first stop was this really awesome coffee place that the hostel owner recommended. I got a cold brew, and then when I realized how good the cold brew was, I also got a breakfast sandwich, so that was super filling. I walked around the town of Erwin, Tennessee for a while, and then I made my way to the grocery store. It was a really good coffee and breakfast sandwich I just had at Steel Rail Coffee Place. Now I'm doing like a quick little walk to the food city to do a resupply. I waited for the shuttle back to Uncle Johnny's in front of the grocery store, and Dunks was just staring at me. I didn't go, and I'm not mad about it because the cold brew from that little local coffee shop was just too good. But on our way back to the hostel, we made a quick detour to a gear shop, and that was pretty cool. Hey, this show looks familiar. Look, it's my documentary playing at the Outfitter. Alright, it was really cool seeing my documentary on that big screen. But then we got back to Uncle Johnny's and I took all the food that I bought at the grocery store and just kind of organized it into my food bag, got all packed up, and then it was time to hit the trail. I was gonna say good morning, but good afternoon, I guess. I just left Uncle Johnny's at 12 o'clock. I had a great morning in town, as you saw. Nice chill morning with no rush to get out of there. And that's kind of what I wanted, because my original plan was to Nero into Uncle Johnny's and spend the day, but because I ended up pushing such a big mile day yesterday, my Nero is kind of like this morning, and now I'm gonna hike out a little bit. And for the next 5 miles, I'll be walking uphill. It's actually really nice. It's a tank top and shorts weather type of day. And feeling really good. This is by far the heaviest my food bag has ever been. I had a great time at the grocery store this morning picking out all the heaviest foods, but I think I'm gonna be eating well the next few days. I have about 50 miles until my next resupply, which is like Hampton, Tennessee area. That's where like 19E is, so I'll stay there on Saturday, which I'm kind of looking forward to because it's like a live music type of hostel bar, so I think it should be very lively when I get there, but that's in a while. Yeah, I have like a whole bag of carrots, deli sandwiches, yogurt, all the heavy foods that I'm really excited about, and it's definitely gonna last me 50 miles. I feel like I'll have a lot of leftovers, but I'll be eating good. Alright, a little behind the scenes for you. Sometimes I just find the perfect place on trail to set up my tripod, and that's where I do the walking by shot. So I wasn't even thinking about doing one until I saw that. I'm like, that's perfect. That would be a good shot. I weighed my backpack before I left the hostel this morning, and it was 25.5 pounds, which is 6 pounds heavier than it was the day I started at MISCELLANEOUS Falls. That just shows you how heavy my food is and how much I overpacked. But some people are asking about my backpack because it's a new backpack from Hyperlight Mountain Gear. It's the Unbound 40, and this is the most I've used it on this hike. I'm 350 miles in, and it's pretty comfortable. I honestly have no complaints. I mean, there was a day or two in the beginning that my shoulders were sore, but I think that's expected because I didn't really do any training leading up to the AT, especially carrying a heavy pack. So now that I feel like I have my trail legs and I'm nice and strong and I got a good rhythm down, I have no complaints about this backpack. Everyone's different. Everyone looks for different things when choosing a backpack, but for me, I'm super happy with my decision. It's really comfortable. Also, I just realized a huge reason why my backpack is probably on the heavier side today is that all my clothing layers are in there. I'm wearing just my tank top and shorts, so clothing, the weight of all the extra layers, the pants, the fleece, the puffy jacket, that adds up quickly. So you can definitely feel what I'm carrying, all my clothes in my backpack instead of wearing them. It's like 2 o'clock and I've hiked 4 miles today. There's a shelter coming up not too far from here, and I think I'll stop and have my lunch, big sandwich, and all the other heavy food I packed. Right now I'm listening to Wild. I'm at like chapter 10. It's a cool story, so I'm gonna continue listening to that. I'm pretty intrigued. I like listening to the book while I'm hiking. So this is a common question that I've been getting, especially since I've been saying that I've been watching Survivor every week out here, and I also wear the Survivor buff. No, I will probably never submit an application to be on Survivor. I love watching the show. I'm very entertained by it. It's like the only show that I watch weekly on TV. But I don't think I'd be very good at it. I don't like eating fish. I can't stand it. I don't like the idea of being hungry all the time, being weak. I'm also a terrible liar. I don't think I would be very good at forming alliances or convincing other people to trust me. So with all those things combined, I will not be on Survivor, but I will continue watching it, and I'll continue being a very big fan of the show. But yeah, a lot of people think I should apply to be on Survivor and I'd be good at it, but I know myself and I know that's not the case. It's 4 o'clock right now, but I'm feeling really good. Not quite sure where I'm gonna end up tonight, but I'll keep hiking for at least a couple more hours. Okay, well, this spot is obviously really beautiful. It's the beauty spot, and I just took my backpack off. I think I'm gonna lay down in the grass, have the rest of my sandwich, and take in this scenery. This is probably the most relaxed I've felt while on trail. It's so quiet, the sun is so strong. There's like a little slight breeze. The view is amazing, and I'm just like eating all my favorite snacks because I went to the grocery store this morning. So there's so much good stuff in my food bag. This is the life. I don't know if I'm like exactly at like the beauty spot or maybe just at a little grassy field before it, but Far Out says that it's like super popular for day hiking, and so I'm kind of enjoying the fact that I'm the only one here. This is kind of my setup. Laid my rain pants down so I can lay on that, and then my backpack is leaning against that rock so it was like perfectly reclined. It's 6:13 right now. I still have 1 mile left until I get to an unofficial tent site. That's how it's labeled in the Far Out app. Usually I like to camp near shelters. There's a better chance of other hikers being there. There's the shelter, picnic tables, bear cables, privy, like just simple amenities. But unofficial tent sites, it's usually just a couple like down logs and a fire pit and maybe a flat spot to set up your tent. I'm I'm kind of hoping there's someone else there. I'm not like totally thrilled with the idea of camping by myself, but it's either that or hike until it's dark to get to Cherry Gap shelter, and I just don't feel like doing that either. So there's a little piped spring right here. I'm gonna get water because there's not gonna be any water at the tent site. Then that way when I get up to the top, I have enough water to drink and either cook ramen or mac and cheese. Those are my two options tonight. This campsite is gonna be near the top of Unaka Mountain, which I think could be cool. I don't know if there's gonna be a view from the tent site or not. I pulled up the atweather.org for the closest shelter, and it said that the low tonight would be 43, so, and the wind like 5 to 15 miles an hour. So I'm camping on top of a mountain, but I'm not too nervous that it's gonna be too cold. I think I'll be good. Looks like I'm camping alone tonight. For now. It's almost 7 o'clock, so someone could come, but I'll find some way to set up my tent. Alright, just set up my tent. You can see in the background. Just wanted to chat for a second because I'm over 350 miles into the trail. When I was at this point, the last time I thru-hiked in 2021, I had a hiking partner. I was hiking with Cody, and then from here on out we hiked and we camped at the same places every single night for the rest of the thru-hike. Right now I have absolutely no trail family. I have a couple people that I'd say I'm friends with, but they're not people that I make plans with. I don't have their contact information. They pass me when I'm hiking and I'll see them in town, or sometimes I'll see them at a shelter, but that's about it. I kind of wish it was as easy as it was last time and I just had someone who hiked the same pace, wanted to go into the same towns and do the same things as me, but that's just not the case on this thru-hike, at least not yet. And I'm okay with it. I don't want people to like feel bad for me that I haven't found anyone. I personally think I'm probably a tough hiking partner. I hike big days. I really like to go into town. I like to stay in hostels. I'm probably spending more than the average thru-hiker, so a lot of people that I'm hiking around aren't doing the same things as me, and I'm not willing to change my hiking style to kind of match other people's. I like my independence, and yeah, camping alone at this tent site kind of sucks. I kind of wish there were some acquaintances around me, but it's okay. It's like weirdly peaceful, and that's what's nice about the AT. I love feeling this peace. I love having absolutely no stress, and just kind of be alone with my thoughts. I'm gonna probably edit YouTube videos in my tent. I might watch YouTube videos. I'll probably won't watch Kyle Hates Hiking videos because I don't want to camp by myself and then watch like hiking murder mystery videos. That's probably not a good idea. But yeah, it seems like it's gonna be a nice, relaxing, really quiet night. Like, this campsite's really quiet. Yeah, just gonna make some ramen. I don't think I've made ramen on the trail yet this year. I gotta find a place to hang my food. And then call it a night. It's so weird how quiet it is, actually. I hope that doesn't drive me crazy. Alright, we got dinner right here, and this is dessert. Alright, the sun's going down a little bit. I just found a really good spot for my food bag. I threw the rock over the branch first try. So I am gonna stuff my face with a couple more things just so I don't get hungry in the middle of the night. Just want to make sure I go to bed super full so I don't regret putting my food up in the tree early. So maybe have like one more like granola bar or something, put the food in the tree, and then I can set up my sleeping pad, and go in my tent for the night and not come out of my tent until the sun comes back up. That's the plan. My food bag was almost so heavy I could barely pull it up in the branch, but it's okay. The bear's gonna have to be like giant and really tall to be able to reach that. All tucked in for the night, changed in my sleeping bag. None of the spots around this tent site were like super flat, so you probably can't see. I have like my sneakers wedged in under one side of my sleeping pad. I've been doing that this hike whenever it's not perfectly flat, because the worst feeling in like the middle of the night is like slipping off your sleeping pad. Because I usually spend all night going from like rotating like a rotisserie chicken, going from like my right side to my back to my left side to my stomach. I don't know why, I just keep spinning. I get tired of like sleeping on one side. That's just a sleeping pad problem for me. I'm gonna edit videos now. I'm actually really excited about that. I feel like I've gotten a lot of good footage the last couple days, and I haven't edited. I think I did like one video when I was at Uncle Johnny's, but I want to get caught up. It's still a little early. The sun just went down, so it's something to keep me occupied until I fall asleep. I'll see you on trail tomorrow. I think the Roan Highlands are tomorrow, or at least some of the Roan Highlands. So stay tuned for that. Good night.